We're so selfish as to expect the next generation to love us and fear us so that they feel in turn compelled to continue the line. The patriarchal ideal of uninterrupted progeny.
Is that what you read, Emma? You sure know how to woo a girl, Isaac.
That's trash.
Hello and welcome to another episode of That's Cool, That's Trash, the podcast where we watch a psychotronic movie online, then get together on Skype to break down the crazy. I'm Matt Howell.
I'm Kyle.
And I'm Scott.
And you're joining us this week for our first foray into the 21st century. We like to dance around the 70s and the 80s a lot. That's a happy hunting ground for bad movies. But
for good reason.
Yeah, and I tried to dip the bucket into the well of the 21st century, and it came up full of shit. So that bucket was full of Dawn of the Dead 2 Contagium. This film is from 2005. It was written by Anna Clavel, and it was directed by her and James Doodleson, which sounds like some kind of Steely Dan pseudonym or something. So they inflicted this on the world. It is obviously an unofficial sequel to George Romero's 1985, 20 years earlier film, Day of the Dead, which was for many years his end of the zombie cycle that he did. In a word, Kyle, what is Dawn of the Dead 2 Contagium? Or Day of the Dead 2, sorry, Contagium.
Oh, geez. In one word, huh? I'm going to say confusing.
I'll accept that.
I'll stick. I like that because it's like contagium, confusing. That C-O-N sort of. I like it. I'm gonna stick with your theme, and I'm gonna say constipated.
I'm gonna say sticky.
All right, gonna go your own way, huh?
Yeah.
There was lots of
Daily stand.
verbally fleshy pulsation in this.
Yeah, particularly in the last couple reels. So I had a lot of issues with this movie, you guys. I just want to know your initial, just first hit off of it.
Yeah, speaking of first hit, I was completely confused for like the first 8 minutes of this thing. I had no idea what was going on.
And then, sorry, after the intro, after the flashback intro, or including?
I didn't realize that was a flashback since it just kind of started. So I thought, what am I missing here? Am I supposed to be tracking all of this? And then once it actually got into the story and the structure, I was so fucking bored. Could barely pay attention.
Right.
It was terrible.
Is this a love story? What was happening here?
I think it's a little bit of a love story, yeah.
Oh
Scott, what about your impressions?
I started watching it, and well, my first impressions were I kind of watched it and was like, this is obviously what he was trying to do here with the original Day of the Dead. And then it turned into One Fell Over the Cuckoo's Nest, which I actually kind of enjoyed.
Yeah.
I like the road
/ girl interrupted.
Yeah, I like the first road crew scene where I thought they were all prisoners, but it's oh man, that's a great conversation, and I could have just watched that. And I would have been pretty happy.
I have so much stuff to say, and okay, so what happens is this opens with this hospital in 1968, and there's a viral outbreak, there's a zombie thing going on, and a guy escapes with a sample of it. And then we flash forward to today.
Why did he escape with it, by the way?
I'm not sure. Kyle, do you know?
No.
Okay.
I stuck it in his thermos and ran.
Yes. The same thermos my parents have still to this day.
Totally.
We flash forward. This same medical facility is now a mental hospital, I'm assuming. Like Scott and Kyle, I had no idea what was going on with the first 15 minutes. Like, I couldn't tell which of them were doctors, which were inmates, if people were retarded, or if they were supposed to be, like, you just kind of piece it out. And like,
it feels like a One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. All it's missing is Danny DeVito sitting in the corner with a shit-eating grin.
with the cigarettes for gambling?
Yeah. because these people, they're not insane, but there's like the one, there's like the one the big strong black guy who seems like
Sam.
he's mentally retarded. Sam seems like he's mentally retarded.
He's got Lenny's syndrome sometimes, but then other times he just seems like he's just a dipshit.
Yeah, it's and there's a lot of that where you're like, that's why I thought they were all in a mental health facility to begin with. Then you find out they're in a rehab, and I'm like, why are they all mentally like handicapped?
Wait, they were all in rehab?
Except for even the doctor. Well, he wasn't, but he stayed with the patients.
Wait, okay. Let me just fly through this, and then we can, because I have so many questions. Okay, so they're out cleaning up this site as part of a road crew from this rehab place, and Sam, the big dopey guy, finds a thermos, and he's excited about it, and he brings it back with him. Eventually gets opened. They find this thing inside, which was from the flashback. It releases this bad digital effect, which is like fairy dust, and they all start coughing. And then their skin starts peeling off, and then they all have psychic links, and they're all connected through some type of bond.
Right.
And then they realize they're all dead, and then they're all quarantined, and then.
Whoops.
Then it spreads quickly through a bite, and then it just goes to chaos. Yes?
Yes. Well done. Ta-da.
Okay. So I have a question for you guys.
Sorry, guys. I got to take this. Sorry.
Oh, I didn't know we were having a call-in show.
Hey, this is Sam. First-time caller, long-time listener.
This is Zodiac. Stop podcasting. Should we? I actually want Scott's weigh in on this. So, yeah, Kyle, there is a love story though, huh?
Oh yeah, and it makes we don't give a shit. We don't like any of these people.
No.
I wanted them to die sooner. I didn't really care much about their passionate love life.
Yeah.
And you know, sometimes when people are in rehab, they feel like, no, it's not rehab, was it? It was a mental health.
It was a mental health.
He's wrong. Facility.
Because the girl was named Emma. Let's talk about the love story a little bit. The girl was Emma, and the guy was Isaac. So we're learning later from a doctor. Isaac, actually, we have a clip, I think. Maybe we don't. Isaac is what is called a necrophobe, so he has a fear of death. And he is in love with Emma, who is a suicidal mental patient.
Cutter.
She's a cutter, but she's attempted suicide before, so they make it sound like. So they're an ironic pair, right? It's like a Hepburn and Tracy movie. So they're in love, and Isaac is about to be released when they find the thermos. And the character that I hated most was Boris. He was the guy that liked bad movies.
Yes.
I wanted to fight him. While Scott's away, let's meet the crew. Scott said, as we mentioned, like the film starts after this flashback, and you see the road crew kind of taking a break. Let's get to meet them a little bit, just through a little conversation.
We're so selfish as to expect the next generation to love us and fear us, so that they feel in turn compelled to continue the line, the patriarchal ideal of uninterrupted progeny.
Is that what you read, Emma? You sure know how to woo a girl, Isaac.
She said yes? You're dating Emma?
Just giving my 2 cents.
Don't pay attention to Jackie, kid. He's just jealous.
Have you done it? Have you?
No. It's none of your business.
You get out in a week. She still has 2 months to go. What are you gonna do? Come visit?
Of course I'll come visit her. And you. And you too, Donald.
Get out of here. And the moment I'm out that door, it is hasta la vista, amigos. I mean, no offense, but there's nothing that can make me come back to this hellhole.
Well, I kind of like Spaghetti Wednesdays.
They brainwash you, Sam. I mean, they give you spaghetti to make you forget that it's medication day. Wait till you get out. I'll take you for some real spaghetti.
Hey, Isaac. Read some more. Read the part about the statues.
Okay.
Okay, so my impressions at this point are, this is like a really well-meaning but really poorly, like maladroitly executed, like 80s sex comedy. Like, here's the wacky guy, and he's the guy that likes farts, and he's the guy that does this. But they're all mental patients, and they can't act.
Mm-hmm.
And then my second thought was, this is like a Canadian drama, like teen drama, but all wrong. Like all the pieces are there, but everything's wrong with all of this.
It's confusing to me to see a movie that has like modern production value, but is still so terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Like it, for some reason, like when I see like a movie from the 70s and 80s and it's not very good technically and the story's kind of bad, like I enjoy that. Mm-hmm. It's really hard to see that for me now, because it just shows like how fucking terrible the writing in this thing is.
Well, it's like, if I may, Kyle, it's like seeing a mullet now, where you're kind of like, didn't we all kind of around 1995 go, oh, those are terrible, stop. Like, you don't do those. We know better now. So to me, this is like a mullet. Like, people still make movies accidentally terrible. Like, I didn't know that still happened. And this just didn't have a lot of the charm that I find, which is probably because I'm not from the generations of people that that made those films from the 60s and 70s and 80s. So to me, they're more charming. Whereas this person's probably was our age at the time this was made, and it's an abomination.
Yeah.
So Sam finds his thermos, and he gets to bring it back with him, and then we get to meet the girls when they come back from the thing. Let's meet the girls.
Are you sure you know what you're doing?
Yeah, I've never been more sure. Isaac is perfect.
You're dating a guy that's leaving in a week. I mean, does that sound sensible to you?
Patty, love is not sensible.
Probably just a crush. I'm walking on clouds.
Darling, please, spare us the cheesiness.
Shut up!
Vicky, mind your own business.
You make it sound like you're losing your virginity. You're right. Everybody knows you screw anyone for a penny.
You got it wrong. Emma's a cutter. You're the junkie hoe, and I don't see anyone offering you a penny for it.
Fuck you!
That wouldn't give you a penny either.
She really thinks you'll be back to visit? They never do. Poor Emma. She'll probably be sent back to suicide watch. Well, I guess we have to deal with the heartbreak next week, won't we?
So, Kyle, is that a legitimate accent?
Oh, I don't know.
Like when I first watched that, I thought, oh, she's a terrible actress, and she just has a Latina, Latino accent. But then I watched it the second time, and I was like, she's almost veering into like Natasha, like Boris and Natasha. Like, it's just all over the place.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even think about it.
So I think she's actually doing a Puerto Rican accent, or whatever she's trying to do.
Oh, that's sad,
isn't it? Yeah. So go ahead.
You know what I love about good writing is when you can just have like a casual conversation on screen and learn so much about everybody else in the entire insane asylum. Uh-huh. That's good writing.
Yep. Well, Kyle, you're the cutter. Yeah, that was amazing. So I had one of my big issues with this was that character Boris, who hangs around with Sam, the big dopey guy, and they like psychotronic movies, and I hate like meta. This isn't even meta. What would you call this? Like the psychotronic movie inside the psychotronic movie.
Yes,
was so grating to me. Like, I know that you're not going to spend a whole bunch of money or effort or time or anything into making something that's just background stuff for your movie to be on a monitor, but this movie Frankenpunk that they really, really like drove me insane. So I'm going to spread this insanity. Go.
What have you done with my Frankenpunk? He's all drunk.
He's more brain damaged than he already was.
You stupid bitches have ruined everything.
But for what?
You must die.
Keep it down.
Hey, Sam. Sam, the best part is coming up.
Hang on a sec. I'm almost done.
Hurry up.
Just press pause.
I can't. It'll kill the suspense. People need to grow up.
Never.
Frankenhole.
You know, they put more effort into trying to make this bad than they did to make their own movie good.
Yes, they did. So, yeah, for the benefit of those at home, listening at home or in your car or wherever you are, the Frankenstein monster, the Frankenpunk monster, finds the needle and thread, and his creator has been, I don't know, passed out, or he killed him or something. Oh, he ran something through his chest. And so he sees two women, so he decides, gets an idea, like rubbing his chin, looking at them, and then you flash forward to he's made them creatures also, and he's saying Frankenhose. I hate
Over
it.
and
I hate
over.
It. Yes.
And over again.
So that's apparently funny.
What are you talking about?
The movie inside the movie called Frankenpunk that the nerdy guys are watching. That's supposed to be funny. That's really annoying.
Yeah.
Can we move on though?
I just want to say that actually before we move on from that, go ahead.
Just kidding. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say the funny thing about that is it draws to light the whole problem with movies, these low rent movies of the last 10 years, is that they're bad. They sort of know they're bad, and they think that by throwing in references that they kind of elevate themselves in some way, but they're really just even makes it worse because they're trying. There's too much of a wink of like what they're doing. Not that they're being clever, because they're not. So that's the whole problem.
Right. And just before you hopped on, Kyle was saying part of the problem is they spent more money or more time, more everything, trying to make this little movie look bad than they did their whole movie looking good or being good.
Yeah, exactly. And the other thing is they spend too much time trying to can we animate one little puffball to fly and land on your forehead? Mm-hmm. We just blew half our budget.
Yep. For
4 seconds of film.
So, you guys know what the old name on SNL was, right? The original SNL crew. Do you remember what the name that those guys had?
The not ready for primetime players.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So I kept thinking when I was watching this, these are the not ready for sci-fi players.
Ooh, that's good.
They're, it's as bad as a sci-fi movie, but it's worse, if that's possible.
Exactly.
Sci-fi original movie. Sorry.
Yeah, encapsulate it perfectly.
Yeah.
It's not good enough to be on sci-fi. Ouch.
Yep. There is one part I liked about this movie, and that you guys know that I love a good bad accent. Kyle and I were talking a little bit when you were gone, Scott, about how a movie this bad from a different era might be more charming, but this isn't. And this made me think in a lot of ways of Frozen Scream, and it made me miss Renee Harmon, the doctor with the German accent from that film. Do you guys remember her?
Yeah, she should have been in this.
Yeah, well, she kind of her. So I don't know where Dr. Heller was from. He seems like he's got some kind of strange South African / alien. I don't know where outer space. But can we hear him talk a little bit? I hung on his every word in this film.
It's getting them to reorganize their thinking, to focus on their problems and to solve them on their own.
By placing them in harm's way?
Calculated risk. Not that different than sending them to clean up the ravines.
Physical activity promotes general well-being. Why are you having them break rules deliberately?
That's the point. They're not breaking them. They are given a choice, and they are consistently making the right ones.
Even the fastest deer will get hit by a car when it has to cross the roads too many times.
You're underestimating them.
And you may be overestimating them.
It gets worse as he goes on. Kyle, play the next one.
Nobody enters or leaves this building. We're under quarantine. From now on, I'm the only one allowed in this corridor. Permission to bear arms granted. If any patient from Dome 1 tries to attack you, shoot him. I'll keep them loaded. Aim for the head.
What the hell kind of accent is that?
Actually, I know that accent exactly. That is
Balky?
the German version of Stephen Hawking's computer. I mean, it is. The craziest thing is this isn't the first time I've heard this exact voice. If there's any Dexter's Laboratory fans out there, you know who I'm talking about. There's a Stephen Hawking guy who's has a weird robot German accent. I'm not even kidding.
Don't be ridiculous.
But yeah. Come on. Oh man.
So I was really into him.
I was into him. I personally like the other doctor.
Donwin or whatever. Or...
The one.
Don,
Yeah. Could we touch on? I mean, I don't know if we. I think I may have mentioned it, but you think he's a patient for the first half hour of the movie or half the movie, and then you realize he's a doctor, but he cares about his patient so much that he stays in the hospital, like the sanitarium or whatever the hell this place is, with them.
He sleeps in their dorm rooms. Yeah.
Yes, and
he's the Steve Gutenberg of this hospital.
Yep.
They might as well have been, or Mark Harmon, all been Hawaiian shirts. It's like summer school. I do. You want to talk more about how great he is?
Oh
I do have something I want to talk about a little bit, and this is not exclusive to this film. But at the end of that last clip, we heard Heller talking about shooting, aim for the head, right? So I know that Scott's a huge fan of zombie film. I know Kyle is, and I have been since I first saw Night of the Living Dead in 5th grade many, many moons ago. So I've seen more than my share of zombie movies. And my question for you guys is, let me get meta cinematic here. Do all zombie films exist in a parallel world where there are not zombie films? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good question.
Why is there a learning curve about A, what the fuck is going on, and B, where to fucking aim every goddamn movie? Except for Shaun of the Dead, nobody seems to be aware. And the thing that bugs me about it is it's not like shoot him in the shoulder. It's not like some random place. There's two places you aim for when you're trying to kill something. Right? The blood supply pump or the nervous system, right? So, I mean, why would you not...
That's accurate.
Like, when this outbreak fully happens, like in the last 15 minutes of the film, they're just shooting him in the knees and the shoulders and the pelvis. Like, it's just like... So that made me think, do you guys think that all of these things exist in some other universe?
Where there's not zombie movies.
Where there is no zombie movies and they have no idea what's going on?
There's no other explanation.
Kyle.
I mean, that's what I think.
Sorry.
Go ahead. No, that's fine. I don't need to elaborate. That's enough.
Does it make any sense to anyone?
Yeah, I'm wondering, like, we don't need to know about this anymore. And yet it seems to be like the basic instruction every single time. Like, we know about this. Why do they know it? Why do they not know about it?
Yeah, why is no one prepared in any sort of way to deal with a zombie? The funny thing is there's no such thing as zombies, and there are real people who are much more prepared. They don't even exist. There's no such thing. People are fucking ready.
There are classes here in Portland, Scott, that you can take. There are zombie survival preparedness classes, I swear to God.
Yep. And it's not exactly a joke. They pretend they're joking.
Yeah, they do.
These people they're not really joking. I know people who they don't believe in zombies, but it ain't gonna surprise them when it happens.
Yeah, you laugh now.
Yeah.
You know, they've been modeling like the zombie attack, like the zombie movies, because of this shit like Ebola. Like, they've been modeling it to see, like, in fantasy, how does this stuff spread and how do people react to it in zombie movies, and how can we apply this to real life?
Well, and even and that's part of the reason is like there's this fiction, reflection of life back and forth, and then even like people get all paranoid because things are reflecting from the fiction. Like the CDC put up a thing on their website because the popularity of zombies, how what to do in case of a zombie outbreak, and they put up a whole big thing, and it was like they're like, oh, well, this isn't real. This is just like was an exercise for us, and we thought it'd be fun to put it on.
Don't tell Alex
like,
Jones that.
Yeah, it's the there you go, exactly. Yeah, but it's the CDC. You're gonna confuse people.
Yeah.
There's people out there who are paranoid. So, yeah. But back to this turd. Everyone's. I don't know. They must not have zombie movies.
So we have another lateral move to make, unless I'm cutting anybody off. But the other issue is, even though this is unofficial and unauthorized and everything else, how in the world is this a sequel? Have you guys both seen Romero's Day of the Dead?
Yes.
Long time ago.
So, Kyle, in Romero's Day of the Dead, it is set X amount of years after the Dawn of the Dead, which is a pretty full outbreak at that point, right? So, Day of the Dead is when the only surviving people really are like driven, like at least this crew we see are driven underground.
Yeah, they live in like a bunker, right?
Yeah, they're like in a bunker bomb shelter with like a military scientist, some military jarhead guys, and then some other doctors.
Yeah, but see, in fairness to the director and the writer-director, if you read a little more closely about how she came up with this, is that this is a sequel based on a conversation she overheard about a movie called Day of the Dead. And she just was like, I think this is it. I've never heard of zombies before either, but this seems like what it is.
That sounds like most modern horror movies, like based on a true story. You know that? Like every modern horror movie has based on a true story. And like Renee and I will watch one. I'm like, dude, that is messed up. I have to find out what that story was. And it's like, oh yeah, so this home invasion terror movie, turns out like somebody knocked on some neighbor's door one night and like said, can I use the phone? And the neighbor said no. And then the guy who was a kid at the time found out the next morning that another house had been broken into. So that's how you got people coming in with clown masks in and like terrorizing Liv Tyler and like, what was that? The visitors, the strangers. You know, guys, what I'm talking about, that one with where they had the creepy masks on and they look like Jack Skellington.
Yeah,
there was a whole run of those, wasn't there?
Yeah, one by Wes Anderson. That one.
What?
I was sorry, live sketch. Never mind.
Like, all these stories are just like, yeah, somebody heard somebody say something, or I picked up a piece of paper and it had like 3 words on it, and like, this is based on a true story, dude. It's fucking weird.
Yeah, I wonder if this is one of those just full blown, like, they saw this thing and they're like, shit, how are we gonna market this? I know what we'll do.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. I guess you could argue that it's a prequel.
No.
To Day of the Dead.
You could argue it, but you'd be wrong.
But you'd be wrong.
You would lose that argument quickly.
So,
I can argue anything, though.
For you fortunate ones out there who have not seen this, the big problem is that there's an outbreak in the opening flashback pre-credit thing, right? And then there's no zombies. I mean, the people are slowly dying. This feels like a pilot for a CW zombie series to go after like vampire zombies.
Yes.
Because
oh my god, that's perfect.
They're not.
You've got the love story.
Yep.
You've got the slow evolving virus.
Yep. So
psychic links.
For you, yeah. There's no zombies for this movie's an hour and a half, and for I'd say about 80 minutes of it, there's no zombies.
I would argue that there's no zombies at all.
So like I was saying, they get exposed to this virus. They start coughing. Their skin peels. They're psychically linked. It is the most unconventional, and I don't mean that in a cool way, the most unconventional zombie movie I've ever seen. It is Dolesville until the last like 15 minutes, and then I actually kind of enjoyed the last 15 minutes the second time around.
I'm going to disagree with you there. The second time around does not help things for me. I think there's a few redeeming things, but I think you're better off just jumping into this movie at like minute 17 or 20, where they're at the road crew, and then just watching that for 5 minutes and being confused, and then just turn it off. That's all you need to know.
Dr. Heller.
You can see little Dr. Heller. I just like the interplay with the gang.
Yeah.
I think they should have their own show. I would have loved if just that was like just them talking, like it's like a 1-act play sort of thing. That would have been great. Just them sitting by the side of the road talking about trash.
So I have a little clip here. There was some definite, as we mentioned, like melodramatic kind of stuff that's really focused on relationships and stuff. Cal, can you play that soap opera clip?
That's not true. Nothing like that ever happened. There's no shame in it. It's a good thing.
Just not allowed by this place's rules.
I know that. We know that. You gave us your trust. We would never do anything to violate that.
It could be a false positive.
Well, then that's what it is.
It was like Days of Our Lives. So what happened was Isaac and Sarah got some... No, not Sarah. Isaac and Emma got some supervised time with their friend slash roommate slash doctor. So he makes sure they don't get it on. They kiss a little bit and say they love each other, blah, blah. And then it turns out she's pregnant. And that was another one of my notes I had for you guys was, can you explain that aspect of this at all?
No, I was hoping one of you could. Scott, please save us.
No, I got nothing. Though it does remind me of this. This is totally off topic, but I think we need to discuss it, and our viewers should hear about it too. Have you seen the show about the girl who gets pregnant and she's a virgin, but it's because her mother was worried about her getting pregnant, and she artificially inseminated her daughter while she was sleeping? This is like a sitcom.
Bible? Oh.
This is a show on the WB that's coming up this fall. Get ready.
You're kidding, right?
No.
So, again, okay, we're going to veer off a little bit, and I love tangents. I do enjoy them. Kyle, the last time I saw Scott, he was describing this show to me that was coming out, and I did not believe him. I told him it sounded to me like a Saturday Night Live sketch or a Mad TV sketch, right? And it was called Taxi Cop. Yeah, it's about a woman who loses her... Go on.
Taxi Brooklyn. Brooklyn Taxi. Or Taxi Brooklyn. Brooklyn Taxi.
Okay.
It's about a cop who's such a bad driver, she loses her driver's license. She's a detective. And one of her perps makes a deal with her. He's a taxi driver. And I think drug dealer. He agrees if she lets him off, he will drive her to all of her cases.
What?
It's on NBC. You can watch it.
I saw it after that, and I told Renee that whole story, and she was like, bullshit. And I was like, look, watch it. And she's like, oh my gosh. She's like, why don't they just put her with a partner? I was like, because the show wouldn't work with a partner.
Oh,
it should be called
God.
Women Can't Drive, right?
It was so surreal.
Is it like Moonlighting meets Driving Miss Daisy? Like,
they're
going
for like a Bones, like buddy cop, like mismatched. Like, what? Why would we ever be together? I know why. She loses her license, and he's a drug dealer.
Oh,
wah, wah, wah.
It's probably, the funny thing is I don't even have a vagina, and I'm like totally offended by it.
I know.
It's so horrible.
At least she's not Asian. Then it'll be triply offensive.
Well, yeah, there's Shannon showing me this show that's going to be on about it's like a comedy-ish thing, but it takes place in like a mental health facility with like suicidal teens, and they.
Oh, Day of the Dead 2.
Day of the Dead 2. Oh man, yeah. I guess this is where we're at, isn't it?
Oh.
You guys, I just want to clarify. I thought I missed something here. At first, I thought so we forgot to mention there's a dickhead orderly, right? Every single asylum has a dickhead orderly guy, right? He's got the Fu Manchu. And
He does.
I think he's got like a half mullet. So I thought he was writing up Emma as being pregnant as like a punishment for her. So I didn't even think that there was a real pregnancy involved.
No, what he was doing was she had a physical. They gave her a physical the day after she and Isaac supposedly had sex. And I've no OBGYN, but I don't think that a pregnancy test the day
That's
after.
a very accurate pregnancy test.
At any rate, Kyle, he's looking at the clipboard that says you're pregnant. And so he's saying, your boyfriend's due to get out of here in a week, and you're due to get out of here in 2 months. You could squeak by 2 months and no one would know. I can keep this a secret. And he starts unzipping his pants.
Ah.
And then she bites him and infects him.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense now? Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
so
it made more sense, but that's
right.
still very loose.
So they had been infected at this point.
At this point, they were all the main cast is all dead. All the people that were in that bathroom when they opened the thermos. I can't believe I'm saying this.
They stole from Sam.
Are all physically dead, but are still animated.
Yeah, they don't know they're dead for a while.
No.
And then they realize they're dead, and then they become dicks.
And we have a clip, Kyle, of them talking about what is happening to them.
Well, let's get me caught up.
Okay.
Well, they're going to burn us alive.
Just shut up already. I'm trying to think.
It's a first.
But they always do. They always kill those who have the alien virus. Right, Boris?
It came from Planet B, 1956.
Aliens. They can be a problem.
Okay, let's just look at the facts. We're changing.
Understatement. We can't eat. Can't sleep. We don't bleed.
Can't sleep.
New nails.
New skin.
We feel each other's pain.
We're inside each other's heads.
Tell us something we don't already know.
Inside each other's heads.
Can't eat, can't sleep.
Still not helping me.
Yeah, so this is like a Misfits of Science.
Less confused, you know?
This like I was telling Kyle, this is like a pilot for a WB or CW teen zombie series or something.
Yeah.
But then it becomes a bloodbath, and it turns out all you have to do is taste blood, and you're done. And I don't understand what happens, but they try and get Emma's baby out of her, which has grown. She's come to term in like 2 days. Oh my God, the time! So you guys, okay. So we see like the first half an hour. And then you see Dr. Donwin or whatever, and he's standing there all zombified or whatever, and he says, "Now we sleep." And then they cut to all the characters, everyone in the hospital nodding their head like, yes. And then it says 3 days earlier. Right?
Yeah.
And then it says 2 days earlier, then 1 day ago. What the fuck is going on? Did that never actually... I don't understand.
Yeah, I didn't.
I'm pretty sure that she was listening to the director overheard a conversation about Day of the Dead and Primer.
Okay.
So she got two movies mixed up, and so she thought there's some time travel in there that doesn't exist.
Two good movies.
Oh, good lord!
Well, Day of the Dead.
Yeah, I now that you say that, not that, I'll be honest, I didn't really catch that, but no, it doesn't make any sense at all. It's not out of order. There's flashbacks, but not exactly.
Okay, so let's just wrap this straight up. So,
can I just talk about one thing that
Please.
this drove me absolutely fucking crazy? Okay, so they find a fucking thermos out in the middle of the woods.
I'm picking out a thermos for you.
No ordinary thermos for you. So Dr. Donwin looks at the bottom of a Stanley thermos and writes some numbers off the bottom of a thermos and then emails them to some dude on the internet.
Kyle, this is 2005. You could do anything on the internet back then.
And this guy knows the whole entire story.
Well, I figured he went to a chat room about Ravencrest, whatever the hell this place is called.
Okay, well, here's my favorite part, though, is that, so the whole point of this thermos, though, is that some random dude in a zombie outbreak and a thing steals a vial of the zombie juice and just randomly throws it into his thermos to hide it.
Yes.
It's just a thermos.
Yes.
Well, those are...
How would that thermos have... If you look it up on the internet, have any information about this zombie outbreak? It could be any...
Thank you.
But in everyone's defense, that was those Coleman camping thermoses, and those are really nice.
They do.
Again, my parents still use their exact same one today. Tailgating, everything.
They are, yeah. Have you checked the serial number? You should see what kind of tragedy it's connected to.
So I thought the serial number was related to the specimen he stole. Like he was marking, like in case I don't get out, I'm DeKalb or whatever the name was. This is RHS, like the Ravenhurst Hospital, whatever, mental hospital, whatever it was, medical hospital, RMH. And then that was like, I don't know. I thought it was like his serial number, like his badge number or the specimen number.
I don't think so.
So there'd be some kind of like like the lone gunman type of like thing where it's like, oh yeah, man, we've heard all about this, like blah blah, like that specimen, blah blah, it's missing. It's like Area 51 or something to that.
That may have been the intention, but that doesn't actually happen in the movie.
Yes, no,
He
not at all.
Runs away with the thermos. That's the last you see of him. It's just a thermos, and then they find the thermos, and there's a sticker on the bottom of it that has all these numbers that have significance on the internet.
And I love how
I'm seriously going to do a search to find out who was murdered by my thermos.
So I love that Dr. Heller knows all about this, and he's kind of inactively looking for it. I think that's why he has the crews sweeping these areas of the surroundings. But he didn't even use a metal detector.
Why would he know about a missing thermos? Because how would they know that the sample was stolen and put into a thermos? Or that it was even stolen at all?
I don't know.
He's a time traveler.
You know what? I didn't think we'd actually get through all these clips, but I think we are. So the guy that Kyle was mentioning that we meet on the internet who says, don't open the thermos, and it's like 2 days later. He shows up, even though it's very quick. He's like, if you've opened it, don't leave, blah, blah. And then he just shows up in the hospital.
Yeah.
Like he's like a Bruce Valanche looking motherfucker. Like he's just got a t-shirt and fat pants on. So can we hear the origin clip where he's explaining how all this shit went down? I'm sorry, he is the son, Scott, of the guy who stole the thermos.
So it's a family thermos.
Okay.
He says he wants to clear his father's good name and say this was not, my father wasn't a traitor. He was doing this because this was to tell the world, or what I mean.
So he's telling you his origin story.
He's explaining where this thing came from, which actually muddies the waters more than it clears them.
Sweet.
This place was a hush-hush military installation running on a research grant. It started back west at another base. A Soviet spy plane crashed in the desert, and they transported the debris to a base nearby. Only the pilot, a man called Rubinsky, survived. Among the rescued items were these little things. They debriefed Rubinsky on these containers, but he seemed as ignorant of their origins as the scientists were.
Нет. Not Soviet. American make. American make! American make. Ты не понимаешь, что я movie?
Wow.
The story goes on to explain that the scientists leave after grilling him in that little interview room. He opens a canister, the digital fairy dust goes up in his face. So then he's infected, he's quarantined. A guard shows him a new tattoo of a saucy dancing woman he has on his forearm, and the guy bites him. The infection starts, and then we're back at the beginning of the film, which is a flashback of the full infection spilling out of the hospital. So we've gone full circle here.
Like all good stories.
Yeah. And I don't know, at this point...
And how does he know all this? Who knows?
The thermos?
But the thermos...
It's written on the bottom.
I just wanted to say thermos.
Thermos.
I don't know.
But his dad's killed, right?
I thought... Kyle, did he die in the beginning?
I have no fucking idea what was happening in the beginning of that movie.
Because here's the problem: is that if he was killed, this guy isn't going to know anything,
right?
Because his dad was dead.
Yes.
If his dad got away and he lost the thermos, he probably had an idea of where it was. But why wouldn't the army go track this guy down and kill his son and his family or whatever at this point? And find the thermos, or why wouldn't he go back at some point and find the thermos because he knows how dangerous it is, or whatever? I'm sorry.
I was tripping out on how many times I've heard the word thermos in the last hour.
You're not done yet.
I know. We can be, though. That's the great thing about
thermos.
Doing our own podcast. We
Are we running this?
We can be done with this. So at some point, the rest of the crew, Sam, Boris, somebody else, they all descend on this guy, the son of the original thermos guy.
Son of Thermos. That's the next movie.
And they
Day
start
of the
eating
Dead
him.
Free, Son of Thermos.
They start eating him, and the funny thing is, he's about to tell them how to solve the problem. And they just can't wait anymore, and they start eating him. And Isaac and Emma and Donlin and the one girl that Donlin was a love interest. Oh, God, there's so many love interests. Donwin? Sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't know what his name was.
What is that name? Yeah, but the thing is I never could figure it out.
Okay.
I thought you said Donlund. I thought
Donlin or Donwin?
I think it was actually supposed to be Donald, and it was misspelled on the script.
You were misspelled on the script.
I think that is where the origin of this name is. That's this name's origin.
Donwin.
Donwin.
DONWYNN. Donwin.
God, was this Canadian?
I'd rather not answer that. I actually don't know. Nope, it's U.S.
No,
Thermos and Donwin.
This is incompetent in a way that's only American crap.
America make. America make.
Okay, so anyway, those guys get a taste for blood, and the rest of them steal themselves off, and they're fine. And then somehow they get in, and Emma has come to full term. Do they want to eat the baby? Again, we talked about this already. It doesn't matter. We have no idea what's going on with the baby. But at this point, all hell breaks loose. People are shambling around, getting bitten, turning into zombies, and then it's over, yes?
Yeah, dude shoots himself in the head.
No, okay, wait, no, here's the thing. Here's the thing is that the zombies are all the originals, the intelligent zombies
Let's
are all
say the
together.
Fantastic Five.
Yeah, the psychic zombies.
Yeah.
And they're going about murdering and eating other people, except for one of them is like, no, we can't do this. And they're like, fuck you. And finally, he finds a gun on the floor, picks up a gun, puts it in his mouth, and then the other zombies start freaking out, no! And then the movie ends with him.
Well, they're about to eat the baby that's coming.
Right. But
that's the impression I got.
He killed himself.
Or the baby is like some kind of zombie Jesus. I can't tell if they want him to be there or they want to eat him.
Here's my thing: it doesn't matter because it just ends right there. But why do the other zombies care if he kills himself?
Because they're all psychically linked. If he kills himself, they all die.
That doesn't make any sense.
Nope.
Then you should just be able to shoot one zombie and all the other zombies just lay over dead, right?
But that doesn't work for the pilot, Kyle. Because if you're gonna have 3 seasons and a movie out of this,
it's true.
You know what?
I mean, come on, they got to take Taxi Brooklyn's spot here shortly.
I am remembering the opening clip here. Maybe it's not the opening clip, but it was a clip about Isaac talking about procreation and all kinds of weird shit. Mm-hmm. So I think you're onto something here with the zombie baby Jesus.
Yeah, he's talking about the mortality and the idea of immortality being the thrust of no pun intended, of procreation, that you live forever in some kind of vain way.
That is retarded.
I hate everybody in this movie so much. And it's over.
Ta-da!
Hello!
Thermos!
And it just fucking ended. He pulled the trigger and it went black.
Yes.
We got nothing.
Are you sure? I thought there was like the typical bad news, like fake news scene.
Oh,
like,
yeah, there was.
Corpses are rising from the grave. And then there's like a cameraman and a boom operator. And it's like, dude, seriously, if they're talking about corpses rising from the grave and you're that close to them, you deserve to get eaten.
Yeah, the best part is like the reporter and the cameraman are that close. They're reporting live and they're showing somebody watching on TV and they're like, "Oh, here it is, the zombie apocalypse," and they're like very professionally giving the report. And the zombies are like 15 feet away, and they're not like they're just still filming.
No,
and then they're like, "Oh shit, they're like 2 feet away. I better get in the van."
Those lenses, you get all zoomed in on those. You have no sense of what is perspective. It's dangerous.
This is the interesting part about this, though, is that then they get eaten, and then the screen goes.
Yeah,
I didn't
you know how cameras do that.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't realize that the entire studio and the channel was run from their van, like most channels.
Yeah, I didn't know they ate cables. That's the only way we could have stopped that signal.
This is so funny, you guys. I think I just turned the movie off after he got shot because I don't remember any of this.
It goes on. It's not long, Kyle. It's like 2 or 3 minutes. You just see.
It's a stinger.
Some people trying to like run into the hospital and there's full bore running zombies that get them. It ends very quickly, mercifully.
It seems like these people are running because they're afraid they're about to get tickled.
Yeah.
That's the kind of fear that's in these people's eyes. They look like they're trying not to laugh.
Yeah,
really
they have that fear of the friend of the filmmaker. Oh no, I'm an extra.
I gotta be in the movie.
Dude, I gave you $40.
Aunt Jan, put me in the movie.
I gave you $40. You said I'd get a line at $40. Dude, you can get eaten for $40. Fine. Kickstarter.
Kickstarter. This is pre-Kickstarter though, so can't blame much.
The good thing is we made it through the other side.
Oh.
The bad thing is we have to pass judgment.
It's like passing a kidney stone on. Am I right?
No, after watching this, I think anything is going to be easier.
I know we found a new bottom, guys. I got to say hello.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen something that was this fucking confusing for me. I've seen a lot of terrible stuff, and I can follow almost anything. I had no idea what was happening.
It's not attached to Scott. That's the weird thing.
No, I know that is weird. I can't believe I didn't inflict this on you. Somehow, I'm
gonna crawl back to the 70s with my tail between my legs.
You leave the 90s and the 2000s to me.
Oh,
jeez.
Kyle, scare up a review or a judgment.
This is confusing and just poorly executed. I'm going to go trash on this.
Is that enough said?
I think so.
That was in depth. Here's the worst, but the worst offensive part about this movie is that it's not that even that it doesn't make any sense, which it doesn't, but you can follow along, and I forced myself to follow along and reasonably understand what was going on. But the reason it's so confusing isn't that it doesn't make sense, but it's the worst offense possible. It's that it's boring.
Mm-hmm.
It's so boring. It's just, even like that, we can laugh about the accent's funny for a minute, and the dynamic of the group's funny for a minute, and then there's a bunch of other rest of the movie.
Yeah,
we got to watch, and there's no zombies until the last
15 minutes.
And there's no tension. Yeah, 15 minutes. There's no tension in the zombies or anything like that. It's just gory, terrible special effects and kind of zombie outbreak. It's not interesting. It's just boring, the whole thing. And that's the worst part about it. So big trash for me.
Can I start mine off by reading a little Wikipedia excerpt about the reception of this film?
Oh, please.
Okay, this might... You guys sitting down?
Oh, no.
The film received negative reviews.
What?
One factor stems from the title, as the plot of the film and its depiction of zombies are at odds with those in both the original Day of the Dead and Romero's Dead series as a whole. And heavy criticism has also been aimed at the film's acting, special effects, and script. Now, normally, that kind of stuff would get me off. You guys know what tickles my privates. Like Scott said, this thing had the sin of being bored, just dull as ditch water. Nothing happened for an hour. There was no cool music like you get in a 70s movie, or even an 80s movie with some bad synth. It was a joyless ride. It was absolute trash. The worst thing I've seen in quite a while, actually, just because there was no fun in it, intentional or otherwise. So 3 solid trashes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The great news is, when you watch something this bad, an antidote is not far behind, because you could literally watch anything. Turn on your TV. What's on your TV right now? That is better than this.
I actually have I actually have an Brooklyn Taxi. Oh my gosh! Everyone should go watch that. It's a great show. This is the funny thing is there's a YouTube. This is free on YouTube. Is that you can watch somebody play a video game that has way better narrative. The Walking Dead 400 Days. They have somebody is just recorded a run through of it, which is a story. It's a graphic adventure. It's actually fun. You can play it on your phone or whatever iOS or Android or whatever system you want. But if you don't want to play the game, but you'd like to watch a story, it's actually pretty good, and you can watch that on YouTube. So if you want something it's somebody playing a video game, which is usually like the worst thing in the world to watch somebody do, it's a million billion times better than this movie. So
Okay.
It's a backhanded antidote.
Okay. So okay, I'll admit something. I kind of misbooked this show. I thought this was do you remember the Day of the Dead, Scott, that came out after the wonderful remake of Dawn of the Dead in 2004? And it had Ving Rhames and Mina Suvari in it. I kind of thought I was programming that.
Oh,
but I
wow.
don't think that it would have been any better than this.
Oh, it would have. I've seen it. It's terrible, but it's amusingly terrible.
Yeah, so this is kind of what I thought I was picking. But
let's watch that one.
I barely remember it, which means
I don't know, because I don't think I can go back to another movie that I think might have a thermos in it. I'm pretty sure there's thermos of some sort. Somebody's drinking out of one in that movie. So
Kyle, I remember it being really funny that Mina Suvari is essentially like a character from Resident Evil, like a Raccoon City PD person.
That is funny.
She's trying to bark out these military orders with Ving Rhames. Other than that, I don't remember any of it being entertaining at all.
I think I may have seen this.
You can watch it on YouTube for free. I guarantee that.
Well, you can try to watch it. It's a challenge.
Yeah. So you can also watch Romero's original Day of the Dead, which is a deeply flawed film in my opinion, but is much better than this. But you know what? Ultimately, if you don't mind watching stuff in clips, I go back and watch the remake of Dawn of the Dead. You can watch it on YouTube in like 11 clips.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as 21st century zombie stuff goes, it's pretty high up there on my.
There's some decent zombie movies that have come out, but yeah.
I mean,
I'd agree with you.
28 Days Later, Dawn of the Dead remake, Shaun of the Dead. What else is there?
I thought Wreck was okay. Was that, or is it REC? I don't know. You know which one? Did you see that one?
Oh, Wreck. Yeah, that was creepy as shit. Kyle, what'd you say?
I was going to say Shaun of the Dead 2 because it's a fun.
Shaun of the Dead 2.
No, well, I was going to say Shaun of the Dead also.
They made a second one.
You didn't see that on Sci-Fi?
Oh.
It's thermos in it.
I was going to say, you mean
Russell Brand?
Juan of the Dead.
Russell Brand as Shaun? It was
awesome. Oh, God. Now we need to do it.
Okay, that's it. Make it happen. Given Russell Brand needs work.
Okay, so are we done with anecdotes? Anybody else have anything else you want to say?
No.
I would just put some talcum powder on it and just leave it alone for a couple of days.
I was going to say, don't touch it. Don't pick at it.
Yeah. So in a couple of weeks, we'll be back here with a legendary film. I think this one most people might know because of a Patton Oswalt bit. It is called Deathbed, The Bed That Eats. It is, I believe it was a self-produced film. I don't know much about it, to be honest with you, and I've never heard Patton Oswalt's bit about it. I just always wanted to just enter it cold and clean. So I know that it's a low-budget film, and I don't think it got distribution for years after it was made. I think it was kind of one of those things they just put out on VHS just to kind of fill some stuff, but it was made in the late 70s is the impression I get. I could be wrong. Scott, do you know much about it?
I know of it from his bit.
Okay.
And it's a great bit, and it's on YouTube. So
okay.
It's I actually searched it out after hearing Patton Oswalt's. What was the Finest Hour? Was it on?
I think so.
I think so. I think that was the stand-up, the album it was on, and I searched it out, and it's vaguely familiar from must have been on late night cable when I was a child, and it's weird.
Okay.
It's twisted and gross.
So Kyle, it's about a bed that becomes possessed by a demon, and so it eats people.
Clever.
Yeah, I guess.
Looks like it's from Czech Republic.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I actually ran across it recently before you said that we're going to do it, and when I was looking for The Cars That Ate Paris.
All right.
Oh,
which is
sorry.
Which is a movie that still haunts me. Just my 5-year-old nightmares. So Volkswagen bugs with giant spikes on them. So stupid. It's so scary.
Sorry, it's not from the Czech Republic.
Yeah, I didn't think so. I think it's good old USA.
Yeah, it's American.
American make.
Yeah, so
crap.
Hey, you guys. You know, you can't throw strikes all the time.
No. Well, it's good to do this.
Throw strikes. Is that good in baseball and bowling? I guess it is, isn't it?
I'm sticking. Yes, it is.
That's so weird because it seems like one has a different. You don't want to strike out. Okay, I'm on board.
I'm pitching or bowling. I'm rolling. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Anyway, my point was, they can't all be as entertaining as your Frozen Screams or your you know, the hell was that? Let's just relax.
Okay.
Yeah, stabilizer.
Stabilizer, thank you. So anyway, you know, I tried this out. Didn't work that hot, but that's okay.
All right. They can't all be something.
They can't all be something. So thank you guys for listening, and thanks everybody out there for toughing through it with us. This was a tough one, but
Yeah.
I think you're a better person now. I think you all are better people now for listening.
You know how to appreciate the good stuff when you get a real mouthful of shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, totally.
So for That's Cool, That's Trash, I'm Matt Howell.
I'm Kyle.
And I'm Thermos.
You folks out there, stay trashy. Damn you chums.
That's trash.
That's it's garbage, folks.
When I get out, I'll make a bust. Under Nurse Barnett's tits.
Why wait? Arts and crafts starts again on Friday.